you, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got the Atlanta child murders part 2. Thick Cupcake was was begging for this. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, I was gonna do part 2. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just be having a lot going on, man. Somebody tell me how long I've been freaking streaming, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, yeah, man, this right here was sad. As y'all looking at the screen right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 children has been murdered over the past months, man. You know what I mean? And this happened a long time ago. I'll say 1970s when this event happened. I knew nothing about this. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You feel me? So being in Georgia, bro, and some of these kids got killed from around the way. You know what I'm saying? That right there is crazy. You know, like Jonesboro Road, when they were saying these roads and saying these streets, Decatur, I was like, bro, dang, like this happened like right up the street. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this right here, man, it's sad, man. It's very sad to see these black like children.
A strong suspect for the murder of Clifford Jones, who was found behind a shopping plaza. They had 3 witnesses who claimed they saw a manager of one of the plaza stores.
Need to catch this man immediately. Immediately.
One of the witnesses claimed he'd actually seen this manager strangle and beat the victim before taking his body to the
12 years old, bro.
Found. Police later interviewed this manager. His alibi couldn't be corroborated and he failed 2 polygraph exams, but police didn't charge the man because the witness who'd seen this had an intellectual disability. Nevertheless, the police at the time generally agreed that there wasn't one deranged killer. The cases, at least to the police, seemed too distinct. LaTanya Wilson was the only case that suggested a sexual motive. Edward Hope Smith was the only victim that was shot. Some victims were fully clothed, while others were stripped down to their underwear, or even wearing clothes that didn't belong to them. Despite this, some details did stand out as similarities across the murders. Most victims' cause of death was asphyxiation or strangulation, and the same carpet-like fibers had been found on some of the bodies. Of course, all victims were black children or young teens. The Atlanta City Council applied a curfew on all youths under the age of 16 from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m.
There you go, man.
But while this measure was intended to reassure the public, the murders continued. March 2nd, 15-year-old Joseph Bell would go missing after leaving a seafood restaurant because they didn't have work for him. Curiously, the day after he went missing, Joseph, or someone claiming to be Joseph, called the seafood restaurant and said, "I'm almost dead," and then hung up.
What do you think has happened to your son?
I think now he's been snatched. I really think now he's been snatched because he's been gone now a week and a few days, and if he was anywhere hiding, he'd have been back home.
What do you think happened to him? I think he got snatched. Do you really? Yeah, I really think he got snatched. This don't happen in the last month to 5 weeks. 3 attempts done been right around this store, and I think that's what might have happened to him.
He wouldn't be found until over a month later in the South River, with fibers similar to the ones found on other victims.
Bro, somebody catch this man, bro.
A mysterious call like that would happen.
The freak.
13-year-old Timothy Hill, who had severe learning disabilities, would often call his special ed teacher, who he was very close to, after school. On March 13th, after picking up Timmy's call, she only heard sobbing on the other line. The person responded to the name Timmy, and after around 15 minutes, he abruptly hung up. A month later, he was found in the Chattahoochee River, and just like the other victims, only wearing underwear with traces of fibers. It was around this time when the continued killings drove residents to take matters into their own hands.
Bro, does this look like it was recent, bro? Like, just look how the people dressing, bro. This is like it was recent game. Ain't gonna lie, bro, you asking some stupid questions, bro. Just look at the photo, bro. Look at the quality, bro. Just look how people dressing, bro. Does it look like it was recent game? Pretty sure you would have heard this everywhere. You know what I mean? Bro, shut the bro.
Small groups of men, armed with bats and guns,
it's like it was recent,
patrolling their neighborhoods. These groups, known as Bat Patrols, became a controversial response to the crisis. The most well-known of these Bat Patrols operated in Techwood Homes, Atlanta's largest housing project. But while some saw this as a necessary defense, others saw it as vigilantes with concealed weapons patrolling neighborhoods. Both the residents of Techwood and the Atlanta PD condemned the movement, fearing that vigilante justice would lead to innocent people getting hurt before the real killer was caught. In fact, on March 20th, Public Safety Commissioner Lee Brown would arrest 2 patrol leaders on charges of carrying a concealed weapon. But while chaos unfolded in the streets, the elusive Atlanta killer remained undeterred. Over the next 2 months, 7 more people vanished in quick succession. It seemed as though the killer was.
I mean, look, like, bro, ain't nobody else doing nothing. You know what I mean? So you gonna arrest the people that's actually trying to do something now? No, ain't nobody else doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Frick is wrong with you? Hey, bro, stop pissing me off, gang. Real talk, bro.
Bolder, as 6 of the next 7 were adults.
Like, what is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Frick is this? Like, this is a serial killer, bro. This is on some. Bro, this is crazy, bro. Ain't no way one man's doing this. Ain't no way one man is murdering all these kids, bro. There's no way. You know what I mean? Been over close to 30 murders. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way, bro. I mean, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I reacted to some serial killers that killed over 100. You know what I'm saying? I reacted to some, it could be one man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It could be one man. I reacted to some videos where serial killers killed hundreds of people by themselves. That's on King Solo. You feel me? But nah, though, bro. I reacted to some serial killers that had some bodies, man.
The established pattern of younger victims. The first was 21-year-old Eddie Duncan, whose body was pulled from the Chattahoochee River 11 days after he vanished. Shortly after, 20-year-old Larry Rogers was found decomposing on the kitchen floor of an abandoned building.
So you're not only killing little kids.
Michael McIntosh and Jimmy Payne, both found.
This man not only killing little kids, this man killing people my age. Usually when it comes to serial killers, they just killing little kids and women. Bro killing everybody. Bro killing little kids. Bro killing grown men. He needs to get off the streets immediately.
Found in the Chattahoochee, and both only wearing underwear.
Underwear?
In the same month, 28-year-old John Porter was found stabbed 6 times on the sidewalk, but his case would never be officially added to the task force.
Bro killing grown men.
Shortly after, 17-year-old William Barrett was found strangled in a wooded area.
What the freak is this?
This gruesome cycle of murders was becoming unbearable for the residents of Atlanta. It was May 1981, and 12 people had been found murdered just that year, 7 children and 5 adults. Police explained that the reason for this shift in the victims' age was because of their curfew. They claimed it had successfully kept children off the street, forcing the killer to go for older targets.
We find that there are indeed less children on our streets by virtue of the activities we've undertaken through the curfew, by virtue of the community involvement through the educational process of letting the community know that indeed we have extraordinary times in our community.
However, many residents and parents opposed this theory, claiming that the Mothers of Stop had contributed to the shift because of their community meetings, educating parents on how to keep their children safe and teaching kids how to avoid dangerous situations. In fact, the organization had even led a solidarity march in Washington, D.C., rallying national attention to the ongoing murders and demanding justice for the victims. All of this built up to the first major break in the case, one that would change everything. With more and more victims turning up in the Chattahoochee River, the FBI launched a major stakeout operation, monitoring 14 bridges from dusk till dawn. It was a large operation, with 72 officers stationed at key points along the river in hopes of catching the killer in the act.
You gotta catch him, bro.
For weeks, the stakeouts turned up nothing but long, uneventful nights. Officers were usually sleep-deprived, dozing off, and exposed to the elements, insects, and animals. But around 3 weeks into this new surveillance operation, in the early hours of May 22nd, 1981, the entire case would change.
Hold on. No, I ain't seeing a brother. No, I ain't seeing a brother right now. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm dreaming right now. Hold on. Ugh, shoot. I think it's a white man I'm seeing. Hold on.
In the early hours of May 22nd, 1981, the entire case would change.
Oh, hold on. Hold on right quick. Oh, hold on. Oh, I ain't laughing at nothing. Hold on right quick, man. I gotta rub my eyes a little bit. I'm going around right quick. I think he's a little bit of white. I think he got a little white in him.
In the early hours of May 22nd, 1981, the entire case
Hold on, gang. You a brother killing these little kids? So you're a brother killing these black kids, man. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. The whole time, I'm thinking this on some Ku Klux Klan or some... Thinking this on some Ku Klux Klan skinheads. I'm thinking it's some racist white folks killing these little black kids and these grown black adults. But we got a brother killing little black kids and black adults. This right here, man. I ain't gonna lie, this is a shocker, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even know what to say, but it's not a shocker. It's a shocker, but it's not a shock. Because it's like, during that time, racism was just high, right? So the first thing you gonna think about is dang, it's a white person doing this. You feel me? Because racism was so high during the time. But that's what I be trying to tell y'all. I told y'all, for me, I don't think like the world, bro. You know, I think different from the world, bro. So it's like this right here is like, I mean, it's surprising because it's like during that time, white people was the ones doing the crazy stuff to the black folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have black folks doing things to black folks for surely. You know what I mean? But this right here, bro, this is different. You know what I mean? This is different right here. And it's rare that I see a black serial killer. I'm going to keep it real. Like the serial killers that I be seeing be straight white. And shoot, that's it. Or foreign. I rarely see any black serial killers, man. I'm going to keep it real, bro. So it's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. I'm shocked. I'm in shock, bro.
Would change.
Crazy. Did all that for what? Bro, why do you keep saying typical? Like, I don't know why people keep saying. That's what I was saying about these other people, bro. Like, once a black person do something, it's always pointed at as tip. Bro, you know how many white serial killers I reacted to, gang? The John Wayne Gacy's, the Jeffrey Dahmers that killed white people. Oh, I'm telling you, bro, it's something about when black people commit crime, boy, everybody just be on that. Typical. What you mean, typical? It's the first black serial killer I ever reacted to. Go look at my videos and you see how many white killers and foreign killers. It's just something about, bro, I don't know, bro. It's just something about when it comes to black people, bro. It's just something about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We you know, black people, the only people that you can't commit a crime. You commit a crime, oh my God, typical. The world would be so much better without black. Oh my God, shut up. Other people, that junk be pathetic. If you the person that do that, that junk is pathetic, boy. Not gonna lie, straight goofy. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. Miss me with all that, man. You know how many serial killers I seen, bro? You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
4 officers.
Freaking John Wayne Gacy dressed up as a freaking clown. Dressed up as a clown. You know what I'm saying? Luring little kids in his freaking... I mean, you said you black. Black doesn't mean nothing, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm really not black. I'm brown. I don't know where black came from. This black. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be starting to think that too. I'm like, bro, I'm brown skinned, gang. I ain't black, gang. I don't know what to, like, can we have brown, black? Can we separate that? Can we have like separation when it comes to that brown? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we have that though, y'all? Because I ain't black. Like, I'm like a bronze color. I'm brown, gang. I think we need to change that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we need to change that. I think we need the whites, the browns, you know what I'm saying? The light browns. You feel me? It's some, man. You feel me? Some. And then the black, I seen some black purple people. I had a homie named JB, black as a... I see some black people, gang. I see some purple people. I'm like, I'm not that black. You know, and there's nothing wrong with being that dark, but I'm not that. That's black. You know what I mean? For me, I'm brown skin, gang. You know what I mean? But no, anyways, man. Freaking what I was saying, though, man. Yeah, this is unbelievable though, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is unbelievable, man. You know, this right here. But like I was saying about John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, bro, literally was luring in little kids. Every one of his victims was white. Dang near luring in little kids into his house. I think John Wayne Gacy had some, I think he was doing some weird junk. You know, he buried them kids under his house. Bro had a dozen of bodies buried under his house, gang. So I don't want to hear about no typical Jeffrey Dahmers. You know what I mean? All these freaking killers.
Holden, Campbell, and Jacobs had been surveilling the James Jackson Parkway Bridge since 8 p.m.
That boy said John Wayne Gacy was kind of... Time him out, please. Time out.
It was now a few minutes before 3 a.m. and police recruit Robert Campbell, who was stationed below the bridge on the riverbank, heard a loud splash in the water. Immediately, he grabbed his flashlight and pointed it at the river, seeing ripples where the splash had occurred, but no discernible object in the water. He notified the other police recruit, Freddie Jacobs, and asked him whether there was anyone on the bridge. Jacobs reported seeing a car heading southbound, close to the edge of the bridge, and going unusually slow. The car, after clearing the bridge, turned into a nearby liquor store parking lot, close to where the Atlanta patrolman Carl Holden was stationed.
Got him.
Upon entering the parking lot, the car, without stopping, did a U-turn before heading back onto the bridge, now being followed by Holden and Leland. The white car headed towards the Interstate 285 highway, where it was finally pulled over by the officers. The man in the Chevrolet station wagon identified himself as Wayne Bertram Williams, a 23-year-old musical talent scout. Upon being asked for his ID, Williams asked, quote, "What's all this about?" And when the officer told him they weren't at liberty to say, Williams responded, "I know this must be about those boys." Upon being asked where he was going at this hour, he claimed that he was trying to locate the house of a woman named Cheryl Johnson, who he planned to talk to later that morning about an acting job. Upon hearing this explanation, the officers were immediately confused. Wayne was traveling not to meet Cheryl, but only to find her house, and at 3 a.m., when the meeting was set for 9:30 a.m. The officers asked to search Wayne's vehicle. He complied. In fact, officers would later recall that Wayne remained cooperative during the entire stop, despite initially seeming a little nervous. In his vehicle, officers found clumps of dog hair. Wayne explained that his family owned a German Shepherd and that the dog had recently been in the car. In the back seat, they found 2 grocery-like bags filled with clothing, one containing women's clothing, which Wayne stated was his mother's, and the other men's clothing, including a pair of long pants and dress shoes. Wayne explained that these were his basketball clothes, and he usually wore long pants while playing basketball. As for the dress shoes, he said he'd left his basketball shoes at home. They also found a 24-inch nylon braided rope in the back. In the passenger seat, they found a pair of suede gloves and a flashlight.
Like, come on, bro.
The officers asked Wayne if he threw anything off the bridge. He said he didn't. They asked him why he was going so slow on the bridge. He said he wasn't. They asked him why he stopped on the bridge at all. He said he hadn't. Wayne even denied making a U-turn after passing the bridge, claiming he kept on driving until the intersection at Bolton Road and then turned back.
Oh my
And
God.
while some officers were questioning Wayne on the shoulder of the I-285, the others were back at the bridge, searching for anything they could use to detain Wayne further. However, no signs of a body were found in the river that night, and no blood markings were found on the railing of the bridge. Since there was no solid evidence to arrest Wayne Williams, the officers had no reason to seize any of Wayne's belongings and were forced to let him go. But this wouldn't be the last we'd see of Wayne Williams. It was around this time,
Why your last name gotta be Williams?
Wayne Williams, that people would start to notice that Nathaniel Cater, a 27-year-old man known to be staying at a local hotel, had gone missing. In reality, he had last been seen the day before Wayne was stopped, but it took 2 days before anyone noticed he disappeared. The very next morning, 2 FBI agents had shown up at Wayne's home, requesting an interview. Again, he complied and welcomed them inside his parents' house. Essentially, Wayne reiterated that he was out that night looking for the address of Cheryl Johnson, a woman that had called him a few days earlier to audition for an acting job. Wayne explained that he was the vice president and founder of a company called Nova Entertainment Corporation, and as part of his work, he would distribute flyers to the public, encouraging young people between the ages of 11 and 21 to contact him for auditions.
So you can kill him?
2 days later, on May 24th, Nathaniel Cater's body was found in the Chattahoochee River, naked, and upon autopsy, revealed to have died from asphyxiation. He was found around 1.2 miles downstream from the James Jackson Parkway Bridge, making him the latest name on Atlanta's growing list of victims. A few days later, the FBI asked Wayne to come down to the Atlanta FBI office, where they administered a polygraph test. Wayne himself later told the press that the questions were blunt and aggressive, with agents asking things like, "Well, you killed so-and-so, why'd you do it?" and "Why don't you quit lying to us?" Wayne claimed that the officers told him all his answers showed signs of deception, though in Georgia, polygraph results are not admissible in court. Wayne Williams was the first major suspect in the case, and even without solid evidence, police were determined to keep the pressure on. They quickly obtained a search warrant for Wayne's home and car, collecting carpet samples, fibers from various rugs throughout the house, hairs from his German Shepherd, and various photos, papers, and documents for further analysis. The next day, the Atlanta Constitution published Wayne's full name and address on the front page of their June 4th edition. Within hours, his home became a media circus, with reporters, photographers, and TV crews crowding the street, trying to capture the face of the man now at the center of Atlanta's most infamous murder case. But instead of shying away, Wayne took hold of the spotlight. That same day, he called a press conference from inside his parents' home, confidently proclaiming his innocence.
Did they ever call you a suspect? Did they ever use the word suspect?
They did as strong as a suspect. They openly said, "You killed Nathaniel Cater, and you know it, and you're lying to us." They said that. And they said it on a number of occasions. They said it on that night. One of the task force captains on the scene pointed his finger at me and said it, and said he was tired of all the BS about working the long hours, working the stakeouts, and that he was ready to pull the thing to an end.
He also blamed parents for not keeping better watch over their children, saying, "Some of these kids are in places they don't have no business being at certain times of the day and night." Wayne asked that he remain anonymous during the press conference, only allowing tape recorders into his home, but his name was already plastered over every newscast and paper nationwide, making it impossible for him to stay out of the public eye. While Wayne spoke confidently about his innocence, behind the scenes, investigators were quietly building their case. The fibers and dog hair taken from his home were compared to the ones found on the various victims, especially Nathaniel Cater, the latest body found in the Chattahoochee. Fibers are small thread-like strands of material that can be transferred upon touching things like clothes, carpets, and rugs. What makes fiber evidence so valuable in a crime scene investigation is that each fiber has a unique cross-sectional pattern, which varies depending on the manufacturer. In the case of Wayne Williams, fibers found on multiple victims were traced back to Wellman Inc., a company that produced these fibers for a very short period, making them extremely rare. The same distinct fibers, with a two-lobed and one short-lobe shape, were found on the carpet of Wayne's bedroom. Police also found dog hairs on several victims, which were a match to the hairs from Wayne's German Shepherd. The FBI, after quickly forming a small prosecution team, determined that they had enough evidence to charge Wayne Williams for the murder of Nathaniel Cater. And so, on June 21st, 1981, nearly 2 years after the first victim was discovered, Wayne Williams was arrested at his home.
Newell, after nearly 2 years, an arrest. Atlanta police today charged 23-year-old Wayne Williams with murdering one of the 28 young blacks who have been killed since July of 1979. This is the only arrest.
After his arrest, the prosecution worked quickly to gather.
I got a question. Why you kill only black kids though? That's the thing. Now, why only black? You know what I'm saying? Like, why nobody else? Like, I don't want nobody else to get killed, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, why you only kill black? You know what I'm saying? I say the same thing for the other serial killers, like for the white serial killers. What's with y'all only killing white? It's like that. It's just weird when it comes to them type of, you know what I'm saying? Like Jeffrey Dahmer, all his victims was white. Go look at John Wayne Gacy. White. But Ted Bundy, white. What's with these serial killers just I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But you start thinking about it in America. In America, you start thinking about it, it's mostly white and black. Like you start thinking about it. I mean, we see some Chinese and now I see Chinese people here and there. You see Asian people, but America's mostly white and black. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real with you, you feel me? But you see foreigners here and there, you feel me?
Much evidence.
I don't see no foreigners here and there. I ain't never seen, unless I go in the gas station, that's when I start seeing them foreigners. But I don't just see foreigners just walking around, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a busy. Probably because I'm just here. America's really big. You know what I mean? So probably because I'm just in Georgia, bro, you feel me? I still got to explore. I ain't gonna lie, I hurt my knuckle, bro, freaking boxing. You know what I'm saying? To the white meat. You know what I mean? To the red meat. You know what I mean? But something about that pain I like, man. But yeah, man, you feel me? Freaking, you know, I know it's a lot of people here. You know, it's a lot of foreigners here. I just got to explore America, man.
Evidence as they could to build their case. They concluded that charging Wayne with both the murder of Jimmy Ray Payne and Nathaniel Cater would reinforce their argument, as both deaths were very similar. With a formal indictment secured and Wayne pleading not guilty, the stage was set for one of the most highly publicized trials in Atlanta's history, the state of Georgia versus Wayne Williams.
Beaten. It's been beaten.
On the morning of January 6, 1982, the Atlanta courthouse was bustling with people hoping to catch a glimpse of what would become one of the most infamous trials in the city's history. With 12 jury members, 9 women and 3 men, the prosecution opened with painting Williams as a mad dog killer and pathological liar, using various character witnesses, fiber evidence, and eyewitness accounts. They tried to convince the jury that not only was Williams guilty of the 2 murders he was being tried for, but there were at least 10 more murders that fit the pattern of his killings. The evidence the prosecution used to indict Williams is as follows. Firstly, the validity of the many stories Wayne had told police and the public was beginning to be called into question. Prosecutors brought multiple witnesses who testified that Wayne Williams had lied regarding his work history, alibi, and whereabouts. They claimed he'd even lied about the woman he was crossing the bridge to see.
Chat, how long have I been live streaming?
Police noticed that the number and address he had provided to police led them to completely unrelated ends.
Williams claimed the girl lived in a nearby apartment complex. Prosecutors had several apartment managers on the stand, all testifying that no one named Cheryl Johnson ever lived in their buildings.
The prosecution's first strategy seemed to be slowly dismantling the jury's trust.
It's kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird to me, man. How people like this say, "Oh, you don't sleep," man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally watching me. You know what I mean? You're not asleep either. That's the stupidest thing to me, bro. Like that junk is kind of dumb to me. You know, this dude just don't sleep, bro. You're awake as well, my boy. What frick is you talking about? This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't understand why people don't like. I don't understand. I don't get that jump, but that jump be confusing the freak out of me, bro.
In the words of Wayne Williams,
like,
once
bruh,
his words could be overlooked, the prosecution now turned to evidence. This is where they brought out the most damning findings in their case, the fibers and forensic evidence. During the police's search of Wayne's vehicle, they had found bloodstains in the back seat of his 1970 station wagon, consistent with the blood types of William Barrett and John Porter, 2 victims that had been found with stab wounds. Both bloodstains were found to contain enzymes that only remain active for up to 8 weeks as the blood begins to dry, which is consistent with the time frame of Barrett and Porter's murders. Lab results also found that the dog hairs found on 11 of the 12 bodies in question
Blixer, shut up, bro.
consistent with Wayne's German Shepherd.
Shut your mouth.
The hairs found on the body of Patrick Baltazar were likely to have originated from Williams' scalp. Lastly, and perhaps the most widely reported, was the fibers that were found on the victims' bodies. After intense analysis, many of these fibers could be traced back to an item in Wayne's home. The prosecution argued that it was very unlikely that all of these fibers, some of which were quite rare, could have ended up on this many bodies by coincidence. Surely, in the eyes of the prosecution, the only common denominator was Wayne Williams. The prosecution then shifted its focus to eyewitness testimony, challenging Wayne's claim that he didn't know any of the victims.
Look, and I just be trying to tell y'all, that's what I be telling y'all, man. That's what I be saying, man. When y'all be outside, man, that's what I say. When I'm outside, I don't trust nobody. I don't care if you, why is he looking like that? Why is he, why doesn't he talk to anybody? Why is he looking around like that? This is the main reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust a single soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Exactly why I move how I move. I don't trust nobody. Make a weird gesture around me, bro. I'm looking at you the whole time I'm in that area. You know what I mean? Be weird. Say something weird around me. You know what I'm saying? Say something weird. Just make me feel uncomfortable. Just an antsy bit. I'm one of them people, bro, where I trip. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, oh, maybe it's, maybe I'm tripping. I'm a trip. I'm one of them people, I go by my gut feeling. That's what type of person I am. So if I feel like you weird, gang, I'm not going to stop. My eyes going to be on you wherever you go. If I got a weird feeling about you, bro, I'm going to have that weird feeling about you, bro. You know what I mean? I can't stand when people be having that gut feeling about somebody and then they just, I'm tripping. I ain't gonna trip. I do not trust people. Something about people, man. I'm telling you, man. I do not be around people. I just don't trust, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. If you trust people, man, you gonna be out your dang mind. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be so funny how a lot of y'all be so unaware. Like when I be in my car, I just be looking at people. It'd be funny to me, bro. Like I told y'all, every time before I go into an area, no matter where I go, I always stay in my car for like 5 minutes. I never go outside my car just immediately. Like people just, you drive up to like Publix or whatever, bro, and then just immediately get out your car. I stay in my car for like 5 minutes just to see the area. You know what I mean? I be looking in my rearview mirrors, just people watching. I'm a huge people watcher. I just be in my car just looking like this. Just be laughing to myself of how unaware y'all be. So say if I was, right? If I was him, right? You're dead. You know what I mean? I'm talking about you people don't even be looking around. I'm like, and I'm talking about, bro, I don't know how many times I see people doing like this. You be outside, you just, whole time looking right at you like this. You don't even know I'm looking right at you. What if I was a crazy lunatic? What if I was a psycho? What if you were my next victim? And you got your head in the phone like a stupid boy. I ain't gonna lie, I know people be, bro, I know how I am. So I know when I get out of that car, I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking at cars that's all the way down there. Because that's what I be doing. I expect people to do what I do. I be all the way down there looking at people that be all the way down here. I'm the type of person that be looking, bro. You don't even know I'm looking. You ever heard that quote where they say somebody's always watching? I'm that person that's always watching. You feel me? That's me. Neighborhood watching everything. Don't even know I be watching. Just be looking right at you. You feel me? So I know how I am, and I know it's people like that too. So I know when I go outside, bro, I got my gun. Yeah, my gun. I be, you know what I'm saying, clutched up and just be looking everywhere. I'm never on my phone outside of public, ever, in my life. When I step outside that car, I never look at this. Ever. You feel me? Sometimes I leave it in the car. You feel me? I ain't never on my phone. I ain't never on my phone in public. I ain't never on my phone. 0% chance. I'm always like this. You know, me looking around, you know, me doing like this. I be staring at cars and everything. You know, me looking like this, looking like that. It's telling people, yeah, it's like, I'm telling you, yeah, I don't see you, but I see you. So it's telling you, it's telling people, oh yeah, we can't. It could be a dude looking at me from miles and miles, from such feet away, looking at me. Yeah, we can't go up on. He ready? Cause I'm ready. It's me speaking without speaking. I'm just telling you, bro. Whoever watching me, cause I know somebody watching me when I step outside this door. I know somebody looking at me, cause I be looking at people. So I know when I step outside the door and I'm looking around and I got my fire out, I'm just telling you I'm ready, gang. I'm speaking without speaking to you. I'm telling you I'm ready. You feel me? So y'all be easy targets out here, bro. You feel me? I just be trying to tell you be easy targets. Stop being in your phone, bro. Like you be so unaware, gang. You feel me? Just easy targets. Just easy. You know what I mean? You be aware, bro. You be aware, bro. It's gonna stop a lot of stuff happening to you, bro. You being aware. He ain't an easy target. He ready, bro. All right, we ain't going to him. Yeah, let's go to him right there. That's how a lot of these folk be dying. That's how a lot of these folk be getting robbed. Because they already be knowing, they already be looking at you before they rob you, gang. You already be a target already. They been knew they were gonna rob you. They looking right at you, gang. They size you up. So before they robbed you, bro, they was looking at you for like 5 minutes straight.
Who knew Nathaniel Cater testified that she saw
think you finna come up, I ain't gonna lie. If you gonna come up on me, cuz it's impossible for you to rob me, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way I move, gang, you ain't robbing me. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. You ain't robbing me without killing me or me killing you. You feel me? Straight up. If you think you finna rob me, gang, you got your dang mind, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm on that.
Cater's body was found.
I'm on everything.
2 other witnesses reported seeing
especially
Wayne
at
with
gas
Luby Cater
stations.
at a shopping center.
Well, at gas stations.
One of them, a 15-year-old boy, stated that he saw Luby get into Wayne's car. The same witness also alleged that months earlier, Wayne had touched him inappropriately. He claimed that Wayne picked him up, drove him to the woods, and said that he was going to grab something from his trunk. When Wayne stepped out of the car, the boy seized the opportunity and ran away. Witness after witness took the stand, recalling moments where they saw Wayne interacting with these boys, sometimes just days before they vanished. The prosecution made it clear this was no coincidence. The testimonies, paired with the fiber evidence, further reinforced their argument.
I knew it was something wrong with Wayne.
No innocent bystander.
I knew it was something wrong with Wayne Williams. I'm not trying to speak back, but I knew it was something wrong when they naked. They getting found naked and all that. So, bro, just...
But why? What drove Wayne to murder at least 12 black children and men? The prosecution presented many witnesses who claimed to have heard Williams make statements that hinted at a possible motive. Many claimed Williams expressed deep contempt for lower-income black individuals, often referring to them with slurs and claiming they had no initiative. One witness even claimed that Williams had asked if he ever considered how many black people could be eliminated by killing one black child. But while the prosecution presented a compelling case, the defense was ready to push back. With the support of Camille Bell and the other mothers of Stop, they argued that the case against Wayne Williams was built on circumstantial evidence, speculation, and weak forensics.
You wanna be white or some gang? You know what I'm saying? You wanna be white? Don't think that we're the only, you know what I'm saying, only people where it's low income. You got white people that's low income as well. Bro wanna be white so bad. I wanna be white so bad. That's you be having them house ones. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of them house ones out there want to be accepted by the white race. What you want them to accept you? Yeah, I just killed them boys. You know what I mean? Want to be accepted by the racist white cats. Still don't like it, gang. You know what I mean? They happy about what you did, but they still don't like you. You feel me? Trying to be accepted by white people or something. You got low income white people too. Why you ain't go kill them? You know what I mean? Freak wrong with you, boy.
First, the defense focused on the event that initially put Wayne Williams on the police's radar, the bridge incident. They argued that one of the recruits stationed...
I don't know who you think you is, and then you talking about low income, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not going to say that, bro. I'm not going to say that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But come on, gang. Like, you know what? I'm telling you, I'm become a better person, bro. Because my old self, bro, I would have, like, done you dirty, bro. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not finna, like, it's just God working with me, bro. I'm not finna speak bad about you, bro. I'm not even finna do it, gang.
Jacobs had a history
you got it, Williams, bro. You got it, bro.
Jacobs had frequently spoken about drinking beer during long shifts and admitted that, after having a few drinks, he would sometimes see hazy white figures on the water, what he described as ghosts. The defense used this to challenge his credibility, suggesting that Jacobs and the other recruits weren't fully alert or reliable witnesses at the time of the splash. They also argued that Wayne Williams, a 5'7", 23-year-old man, didn't have the physical strength to lift 27-year-old muscular Nathaniel Cater.
I know you ain't killing me. That's
without leaving markings on it or.
I was just saying, how this little man right here, man? Bro, I would have slapped around, bro. I would have, man. Look.
They then shifted focus to
we ain't got close to me, bro. I'm telling you.
They argued that the state exaggerated the significance of fiber matches, making it seem as though tens of thousands of fibers linked the victims to Wayne's environment. In reality, they claimed, only about 90 fibers matched, with some cases relying on just a single microscopic fiber found on a victim. Not only this, but the defense accused the prosecution of selectively presenting evidence, ignoring thousands of other fibers that did not match Wayne's environment. Another big counter-argument to the prosecution's fiber evidence is the fact that if fibers from Wayne's environment had transferred to the victim's clothing so easily, why then did fibers from the victim's clothing not transfer to the environment of Wayne Williams? If fibers can be transferred one way, then why not both ways? This reverse fiber argument cast a doubt on the credibility.
Bro, he just wasn't murdering kids, bro. He murdered like 12 adults, bro. He murdered 28-year-olds, bro. He murdered kids. I'm not saying about the kids, but I'm talking about the adults. Cuz murdered 12 adults, bro. Murdered 28-year-olds. He murdered 27-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Wasn't just murdering kids. You know what I mean? Bro, literally, he said, wait, for real, bro, you stupid, bro. It literally showed, bro. Dude, this man like he a freaking little kid. You know what I mean? This man like he's a little kid, bro, murdered 12 adults. This like a little kid right here. This one of his victims right here. Bro got found naked. So I don't know what type of strength. I'm just being real. I don't know what type of strength. Must be a strong midget or something. Cause bro's splacking, bro killing kids. I said pause. I mean, are you you sweet or something, gang? I'm telling you, bro, the way some of y'all be thinking, I be thinking some of y'all undercover, gang. I'm saying a lot of y'all undercover. I'm telling you, bro. Feel me? Like, a lot of y'all some undercover cats, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, when I was reacting to that vid and some of y'all said, don't skip, gang. Some of y'all that be undercover, bro, for real. It's a lot of y'all dudes out there like that, bro, for real, gang. Balls, what you talking about, gang? You know what I'm saying? Like, said naked. I mean, bro got found naked, bro. I'm just saying what happened to bro. Bro got found naked, bro. Freak is you talking about, gang? I'm telling you what the freak happened, gang. Got found naked, bro. They found him naked, gang. Feel me? What the freak?
Way, then why not both ways? This reverse fiber argument.
Bro must be a strong little midget or something. Bro 5'7". Bro must be a strong midget, bro, or something, bro.
Of the fiber evidence, and the prosecution had no good answer. The defense, just like the prosecution, had eyewitness testimony of their own. Keith Andrews, the owner of Atlanta Studios, testified that Wayne Williams was at his studio space at the same time that the 15-year-old boy had said he saw Wayne at the shopping center with Luby Jeter. Similarly, a journalist that had interviewed Margaret Carter before the trial said that she had contradicted herself during her interview with him, severely damaging her credibility. As for the motive, Wayne's lawyers argued that the prosecution provided no psychological profile indicating that he had the mindset of a murderer, instead relying entirely on speculation. He had no history of violent behavior, no past criminal record, and they questioned why Wayne would kill only children from the very community he was trying to uplift through his work in the music industry.
It's like, dang, bro, for you to actually try to defend him, bro, I feel like the lawyers, I look at the lawyers just as bad as the murderers, bro. I'm gonna keep it buck with you, bro. Like, defense attorneys, never being a defense attorney. Are you trying to defend, bro, that obviously bro killed them kids and killed the, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to make this man get off with this, bro, and you, what, so he can go kill some more kids? You know what I'm saying? So for you doing that, bro, I couldn't do that job, bro.
So, the case was handed over to the jury. On February 22nd, 1982, just under 2 months since the trial began,
guilty!
The jury returned with a guilty verdict, sentencing Williams to 2 consecutive life sentences.
He didn't get death?
One for each victim he was tried for.
That's crazy. He didn't get death? I'm surprised bro didn't get death.
The verdict was, understandably, met with mixed reactions. For many in the mainstream media, the case was closed, and Wayne was the definitive serial killer of Atlanta. He was often referred to in the newspapers as a child killer, despite having only been tried for 2 adult victims, 21-year-old Jimmy Payne and 27-year-old Nathaniel Cater. The verdict was met with a sense of relief, especially for local businesses and officials.
And that's how you know he did it. And that's how you know he did it, because ain't no more murders popping up. That's how you know bro did it. That's how you know bro did it. Ain't no more murders. We ain't seeing no kids. We ain't seeing nobody else die. That's how you know bro did it. That right there should have showed bro did it right there. That right there should have showed bro did it. You don't see no more kids getting killed. You don't see no more adults getting killed. Yeah, bro definitely did that.
Conviction as a way to put the murders behind them and start to rebuild the city's reputation, which had been severely tarnished by the killer. But the Atlanta community had a far more complicated response.
I have mixed emotions. I really do. Because I don't know. There was this.
You don't see no more kids. You don't see nobody else getting murdered.
10 cases.
He did it.
That he is just guilty outright.
As soon as they got him and put him in jail or somewhere, the killing stopped.
I knew I wasn't tripping, bro. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, right when they locked this man up, the killing stopped. He should have been guilty off of that point blank period. He should have been guilty off that point blank period. This killing has been going on for months. Months. Kids dropping left and right. Months, bro. Right after he got locked up, the killing stopped. I knew I wasn't tripping. That right there should have made him guilty off the rip. What the freak? Ain't hard to right after bro got caught, the killing stopped. We ain't see kids dropping yet. I knew I wasn't tripping. I was like, what the freak?
Because I don't know. There was just not enough conclusive evidence, I don't think, in either of the 10 cases, you know, to say that he is just guilty outright.
As soon as they got him and put him in jail or somewhere, the killing stopped.
Oh, God.
Practically stopped dead in his tracks. So I say he was the man.
I don't know.
No cap.
It was a hard decision to make, and with the evidence as far as I have followed, I could not have handed down a guilty verdict.
You could not have handed down a guilty verdict. That's kind of like, okay, yeah. Now, yeah, your kid's beside you, so yeah, you ain't gonna hand down the guilty verdict because your kid beside you with the little bubble hit in the head. You know what I'm saying? Your kid beside you, yeah, so don't hand out the guilty verdict. You good, your kid here. You know what I mean? After bro got caught, the killing stopped. So what you mean? You just don't care because your kids ain't got killed. But I bet you if your kids was the one that was killed, I bet you you'll be saying guilty then. But now you got your kids. So I don't think it should be a guilty verdict. I don't think I just would have said guilty. Yeah, because your kid right here. That's why you don't want to say guilty, because your kid here.
Especially the victim's parents remained deeply skeptical.
Bro, guilty.
If I believe that Wayne Williams killed the other 12 that they claim, the same fibers that were found on those bodies were also found on Yusef's body, then I must believe that Wayne Williams killed my son. But since I don't believe that Wayne Williams killed anybody, I can't believe that Wayne Williams therefore killed my son.
Okay, so tell me this question. There's no way y'all this absurd. I know because he's black that you don't want to believe that. I bet you if he was white, you would have been saying straight guilty. I bet you if he was white, it won't even be no question about it. You can't accept the fact that a crazy brother killed them kids. It's because he's black. That's why you're saying he's not guilty, because he's black. That's what it is. Because he's black, you gonna understand. I'm gonna get you out of this little freaking, you gonna understand that color just color. Y'all gonna understand that. Color don't make you people, bro. I keep saying that junk. That's what I say. Humans do not think real. You just the same color as me, bro. What make you more of a brother to me than a white person, than a Chinese person? What we got so much in common? I got teeth just like they got teeth. I boo-boo just like they boo-boo. I piss just like they piss. I got a brain. What color is my brain? What color is my brain? Is my brain black? We all got the same color brain. What color my brain is? I bleed when if I go poke a white person, a Chinese person, or any other person, if I go poke them, what are they gonna bleed? Red. But you telling me just because I'm the same skin tone as you, that makes you my people? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Come on, man. Come on, gang.
Wayne Williams.
All right, come on, bro. You feel me? Just accept it. Bro did it. Bro did it, gang.
Had been charged and tried for 2
He stopped. He got arrested. And the killing stopped. That doesn't tell you nothing, then I don't know what to freak tell you. He did it, gang.
While the prosecution introduced evidence from 10 additional cases, arguing that they formed a pattern of killings linked to him.
I don't give a dang if he
left
purple.
18 other victims unaddressed. Law enforcement later attributed 11 of these cases to Williams, citing incriminating evidence, but without any formal charges or trials.
With the conviction of Wayne Williams, we have reviewed all of the evidence that's present today, and as a result, we've cleared 23 cases.
For the mothers of these victims, this was unacceptable. Their children's cases were being closed without trial, without justice, and without their day in court. They petitioned the Attorney General only to be rejected. A few months later, they filed a federal lawsuit demanding that Williams be tried for the remaining victims. In response, District Attorney Lewis Slayton dismissed their plea, stating he wouldn't waste the county's money since Williams was already in prison.
Already in prison, that's what I'm saying.
Others in the community believed that Wayne Williams wasn't the only killer, or even the right one. Rumors of KKK involvement had circulated for years, whispered among grieving families and community activists.
So why they ain't kill him?
The police had ignored key evidence.
Why they ain't kill him?
The KKK had a long and fraught history in Atlanta, so when black children began disappearing in the city, many immediately suspected the Klan. In fact, even the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, or GBI, took this theory seriously, launching a secret investigation in February 1981 into potential KKK involvement in the Atlanta murders. The GBI quietly used wiretaps and informants to listen in on Klan conversations. What they uncovered was highly concerning. Klan members were urging each other to arm themselves, openly fantasizing about a coming race war in Atlanta, and in at least one instance, casually discussing the murder of 14-year-old Luby Jeter a few months before his body was found. Meanwhile, a wiretap picked up a conversation between two Klan members. "I might get out and ride around a little bit. Go find you another kid?"
Shoot. Yep, they did it too, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they did it too. So, go and pick them up too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did it too right there. They did it too, gang. I'm not saying there ain't no white people involved. You know what I mean? It could be some white people involved, but we're not going to act like Williams is innocent. You know what I'm saying? But it could be some white people involved, though. I ain't going to lie to you. You're going to be some white people involved.
Yeah, scope out some places. We'll see you later. Despite these findings, the reason the investigation was kept secret, even from the task force, was because the GBI feared that if it was made public, it would ignite mass unrest or trigger a race war in Atlanta. Making public accusations towards Klan members without airtight evidence was dangerous, and once Wayne Williams became the prime suspect in mid-1981, law enforcement turned entirely towards him, effectively abandoning the Klan investigation. This was one of many oversights that journalists and retired officers later highlighted in the Atlanta child murders case. In his book, The List by Chet Detlinger, a retired police officer who worked on the case, he argued that the process of selecting which victims were included in the official list was far from scientific. Instead, he says, victims were added based on political pressure, public perception, and media attention rather than any concrete pattern. According to him, many cases that should have been included never made the list. For example, 22-year-old Faye Yearby was found dead and tied to a tree in January 1981, but was left off the list because she was too old, even though the police later added victims 5 years older than her. She was also excluded because she was female, even though two other girls, LaTanya Wilson and Angel Lanier, were also female and on the list. Not only this, but Detlinger also argued that the killings, contrary to popular belief, didn't stop after Wayne went to prison. They only stopped being recorded. He claims that in 1982 and early 1983, after Wayne had been convicted, 15 black victims were murdered in unsolved cases within Atlanta, many being found in similar locations and with similar causes of death. Many believe that the Atlanta child murders ended with Wayne Williams' conviction, but others, including many victims' mothers, don't. Nonetheless, the city was forced to move on. Mainstream media quieted down, and officials insisted that the crisis was over. But for some of the families of the victims, there was no closure, only more unanswered questions. The investigation had its challenges. The fiber evidence that linked Williams to some victims was compelling, but not rock solid, and admittedly, most of it was circumstantial. Even the list of victims felt randomly put together, leaving out cases that didn't fit the arbitrary pattern. And once the city sunk its teeth into its first suspect, key leads were pushed aside as Wayne Williams became the focus. As the legendary James Baldwin states in his book, The Evidence of Things Not Seen, written on the topic of the Atlanta child murders, the city too busy to hate has undergone the ordeal of 28, the official count, violently publicized murders. Black Death has never before elicited so much attention. The attention, the publicity, given to the slaughter becomes itself one more aspect of an unforgivable violation. Maybe Williams was guilty of some or all of the murders. Maybe he wasn't. What's clear is that Atlanta was desperate for an answer that would let the city move on, and in that rush, the full story of what happened to those 30 innocent victims may never truly be known.
Well, that is the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the dang stream. We'll never know, man. I don't know the KKK, man. I won't set aside the KKK, though, man. I feel like I know Wayne Williams did a little bit of it. You know what I mean? But somebody could have paid Wayne Williams to do it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just know, you know, one thing about us, man, one thing about this generation, nobody's asking for you racist white folks to respect us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for you to respect us, bro. I'm telling you gonna respect us. You ain't gonna kidnap me. I promise you that, gang. You know, promise you that. You know what I'm saying? We got guns now. We toting big sticks out here, man. You know, 40s and all that. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, we ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? So nobody no KKK. I ain't hear about no KKK, but you know, you see me, G, you better walk the other way. There's gonna be some shots getting let off. You know what I'm saying? That's that's all I gotta say. That's all I say. You're gonna kidnap me, it's gonna be a hard kidnapping because shots is going to get let off. A lot of shots. You feel me? Straight up. You know what I mean? So that's all. I got plenty of shots out here, man. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. So, you know, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that got plenty of shots too. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. It's your boy Jay, man. Take it easy for you, though. Like, I just had to say that, man. That junk over with, man. Slavery, that junk over with. You know what I mean? So just go in and just get that junk out your thick skull. You know what I mean? For you get one in your skull. You know what I'm saying? I'm making you talking about. You feel me? Get that out your thick skull for you get one in your skull.